Hello everyone, hello! Sasrai here with some more Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently working on the White Mage side quests. This is the level 51. I believe the spell we get for this is Benediction. Hang on a sec. Alright, sorry about that. So, I will teleport to South Shroud, I'm guessing. So guys, Endwalker, or not Endwalker, Dawnbreaker, or Dawn Trail. Dawnbreaker sounds cool though. Dawn Trail is out now, and what's cool about that is I was doing MSQ, or the main story roulette, earlier on my White Mage. And the server crashed for most people, but for me I was fine. I get out of the cutscene that you can't skip in the main story roulette, and all three of my party members are just gone. They're just offline. I'm like, well, this sucks. So I'm waiting in front of the boss for a few moments, and I was like, fuck it, you know what, let's pull. So there I am, as a White Mage, fighting the first boss of the dungeon, and I managed to solo it, so cool. Excellent. So I managed to get through the rest of the dungeon myself up to Nero, and Nero, defeats me in within the first 10 seconds of the fight, because he tank busters almost immediately. And while I survived the first hit of the tank buster, he auto attacked during it as well, doing roughly 3,500 damage. And at the time I only had 2.8k, so I couldn't survive. But still, I managed to solo something. Anyway, Heart of the Forest. Our reward for this is going to be the Healer's Robe, the Cleric's Attire Coffer, which is good, and Benediction. Benediction is a spell that heals all your target's HP. It is 180-second cooldown, so it's pretty good. Forgive me, Miro. Brother and I have considered every possibility and attempted every incantation at our disposal, but I fear the task of completing the enchantment has proven beyond our abilities. No living Pagel, not even our sister, possesses such power. Without the blessing of Etoa-Kant, there's nothing we can do. With the ashes returned to their rightful resting place, Etoa-Kant's spirit will return. Surely it's only a matter of time. Look around you, sister. Open your eyes and ears. Time is one thing we do not have. Aaron? The fury of the Great One mounts with each passing moment. It will not be contained much longer. No, the time for waiting is long past. Now is the time for action. But Miro's garb, the enchanting is not yet complete. The situation is far from ideal, yet we have no choice. We must trust in Miro's powers and do what we can. Do I hear you right, Aaron? Why, it was not long ago that you objected to Miro's very presence at the ritual. I may be stubborn, sister, but I am no fool. I have witnessed Miro's abilities with my own eyes. There can be no doubting that she is a mage of the white, one as worthy as you and I. Arun, if you would place your trust in Miro so, I see no reason why I should not. Very well, let us hasten to Evershade. Trying to log in right now. Let's see how many quests you get done before you make it. I'm only going to be doing this quest. I think there's two other quests after this I have. So, I'm going to be logging into my other character. So I'll probably be playing Far Cry while I wait for it. Anyone with a haircut like his is clearly a fool. Now that's not very nice. It's not very nice at all. Alright, we're heading over to the Great Tree, which is over here. Man, I was having a blast in Dawn Trail last night, and I already have theories about the story, and I'm excited to see where they go, if they even answer them in this expansion. Wind up bots. They will just ask questions. Jeremy, on the days that you're home from work, I will be running leveling roulette on my White Mage, so if you're home and around, I'll let you know when I do so that you can potentially join me. If you want. I need to get this character to level 70 before I'm done with Stormblood on the Black Mage. I've already run it today, so you're off the hook today. How was work? Oh man, that thing has red eye syndrome. That's less than ideal. The Great One's rage is too strong. I cannot reach him. Stay focused, Erwin. If we fell, who will rise to take our place? But sister, the forest itself turns against us. If we can only reach the Great One, his minions will relent. Cast away your worries and focus your mind on the ritual. No, Miro! Stand strong, Miro. Are you gonna let some overgrown shrub ruffle your feathers? Dude, you're short as fuck. And the two of you, don't you have a ritual to perform? Do my eyes deceive me? This is no time for chit-chat. Rhea, Aaron, Miro, focus your energies on the Guardian Tree. We must quell the Great One's fury, dispatch its minions, and resume the quieting. Hey, Tengage. We're just doing a really short stream today while I finish up these quests this weekend.
For White Mage.
Go to sleep, tree. You guys woke the tree up. Good job. Fucking idiots. The tree has bleed on it. He's somewhat quelled now. Get in my way, foul creature! I cannot concentrate on the ritual! Huh. He'll be fine. This tree has a lot of health. It's bleeding really fast. You have Mythic rank 2 on Pathfinder, it's a Bookman's dex to damage now. He's your second strongest character now. This fucking tree. That was weak as shit. And their cures are way stronger than mine. I did it. This fucking tree. Now, focus your powers on the Guardian Tree! Is it over? No, you just made it madder than ever. The Great One's anger abates. You have done well, my children. Master Atoa, do you truly live? Live? Not as you would define the word. mayhap in the heart of Miro here, whose strength I borrowed to join you. It's a miracle. A miracle. Aye, it may very well be. Or perhaps the Mother Crystal heard this old soul's wish. I lived a long and fruitful life, but when I drew my last breath in Ogomora that day, I did so with one profound regret, that I would pass from this realm without finding a worthy inheritor to bequeath my knowledge in full. My spirit left my lifeless body to abide in this soul crystal, with the hope that one day it would find its way into the hands of my successor. For years, my consciousness slumbered in the darkness, until I met Miro. From the moment you took my crystal in hand, I knew, Padgel or no, I had at long last found one to whom I could truly pass on my knowledge. Yes, Miro, I knew... Master Itoa? The power of the crystal grows faint. It would seem my all too brief sojourn here has come to an end. Farewell, Miro of the White. Farewell, my children. I leave my forest home in your capable hands. Master Itoa, he has left us. And yet by his power, and that of his successor Miro, the Great One's fury is quelled, and the Twelveswood is safe. Though Master Itoa traveled the world, I doubt his heart always remained here. In the forest home he loved, he waited for us. Why, brother, for once, you almost sound wise beyond your years. Strange, is it not? Perhaps I have finally learned something from you, dear sister. As I could learn something from you, Arun. Your pride as a Padgel, your deep respect for our past, these are traits to be admired. The same can be said for Master Itoa's liberality. Yes, I believe there's a place for both beliefs amongst our kind. The road was a long and winding one, but at long last our work is done. Let us return to Camp Tranquil. Let us travel halfway across the forests. For no reason. The guild leader of exiles. That wasn't the guild master. That was an ancestor of the Padgel who kind of left the forest and fucked around because, well, that's what he did. And unfortunately, he found out in Ogomora. Probably. Like, I'm pretty sure if he told his sister, Rhea Senna there, to kick his ass or get him out of the forest, she'd have a word with the elementals and they'd be like, get out. What are you moogles? To meet Master Itoa in the flesh! Well, not flesh, perhaps. I'm still shaking from the experience, and from the pure joy of seeing peace return to my forest home at last. I will be forever grateful to you, Miro. I am honored that we were able to heal the wood together. I speak not only for myself. My brother was expressed the same sentiments. Were Master Itoa here, I am sure he would say the same. Though perhaps he is still here in some form. Behold, the final piece of your garb now pulses with his ancient power. Yes, there can be no doubt that Master Itoa intended this as his parting gift to you. Take it, and wear it with pride, Miro of the White. Before we part, I would bestow upon you a present of my own. By the ancient powers vested in me as a seedseer, I bestow upon you the greatest incantation we know to our kind. May you ever heed the will of the elementals and use it in the wisdom and compassion. Phew, I'm not even given to formalities. I swear I do not know how my sister manages. In the short time I've known you, Miro, you have grown into a fine white mage. I am honored to call you my peer. Use your powers in moderation and let compassion be your guide. And I have no doubt that you will bring succor and solace wherever your journey takes you. Everyone is almost as much of a small bitch as Alphino, and Alphino is one small bitch. Apparently our hate of Alphino is not shared by my other friends who play FF14. Needless to say, we are no longer friends. I don't hate Alphino. He's a weird character. There's definitely far worse characters in the game. Also, bitch, why didn't you think, hey, maybe I should teach Miro how to use Benediction before we quell the Great One? Alright, so my armor is technically better, but... let's look at this. We got this healer's robe here. This is the White Mage epic, guys. Still very exciting, I know. Okay, there we go. Now I've got the whole cleric's attire. All these. And put the cleric's robe on. Yep, how very White Magey, I know. I like it. I do like the boots here better than the other set, though. Anyway. There we go. That is the level 50 White Mage quest, guys. Let's go over and do the opening to... Alright, we're gonna do the opening to Heavensward called Taint Misbehaving. Miro! You could not have come at a better time. We have dire need of your aid. There isn't time to explain, but know that the trouble is afoot, and I would ask you to meet me at the Guardian Tree. I was just there. I was telling people about how Alpino being a small bitch has become a thing on stream, and people seem to find that amusing, so... You didn't realize Trouble had a foot fetish? Well, it's better than a fecal fetish. Oh, speaking of which, Tengage, I was walking to the Sora a little bit ago, and on my way there was a guy walking kind of like in line with me, but faster than me. But as he was walking, he had his phone out, and he had it on speaker, and he was talking to some other kid. And here's what he was saying. I texted it to Jeremy earlier. He was like, as he came into earshot, he was like, bro, tell no one this. I beat Chad up in the bathroom and then shit all over the place. That's the details the principal wasn't talking about, or was talking about, but wouldn't specify at the assembly. And then he kind of got out of earshot by the time he like walked past me. But like, what the fuck is going on with that story? How fares the Great One? Unchanged from before, I'm afraid. He repeats the same words over and over. Then it falls to us to glean their meaning. Very well. Mira, you recall the time we performed the quieting and quelled the Great One's rage? Yeah, for me that was like 4 minutes ago. Since that day, we have continued communing with him and ensuring all is well. And it was, until recently. Mira, what are you doing? Hi! You're a very pretty girl. Why are you rubbing against my feet? I am afraid to say that the unsettling change came over the Great One some days ago. He's taken to repeating the same words to us. The taint floodeth the forest, its beating heart to be foul. After some inquiries, the research we were able to learn that the Great One has spoken these words before, during the time of Ato Cant. Immediately we were made to wonder, when Master Ato embarked on his journey of healing, could his purpose have been to protect the forest from the taint of which the Great One now warns? Hi, Mira. We sought to delve further into this, but no accounts of Master Ato's journey are to be found in Stillglade Fane. Such records exist in keeping of his foremost student, the mage who recovered his remains from Ogomara. If he is still alive, he may be able to assist us. We have prepared a missive, and we would ask you to deliver it into his hands. After interring his beloved master, the man is said to have taken up residence at Falgard Fort. He might even be near to tend the tomb. If he's still there, the locals should be able to point you in the right direction. I like the sun effect that just happened. While you see this, my brother and I shall remain here and continue observing the Great One. My thanks in advance, Miro. Actually, oh, there's a giant slug over there. There's something about Lou. Yeah, okay. His name is Lou Carkle. Anyway. So, what was I gonna say? All right, so he talked about how the taint floodeth the forest and whatnot. He's just talking about how Kanisana is gonna get aroused because yeah. You seek Master Atoa's former student? I am afraid he has departed for the realm yonder. His granddaughter now tends to the tomb at Proud Creek in his stead. If truth be told, I'm worried about her. The area is thick with fiends, and even experienced woodwheelers avoid venturing in there unaccompanied. Really? When was the last time she did this? Because last time, when we went there to look at the grave, it had been, you know, stolen. Not the grave, but the ashes within the grave. Oh, Atoa counts old student? I've heard that someone's tending to the tomb. But it's a young maid, as I recall. Jeremy, would you describe yourself as a young maid? That old fellow? I'm afraid he passed away some years ago. I remember him well enough, though. He took care of his master's tomb to the very end. His granddaughter Esheva tends to the place now, and she's been especially attentive since those accursed bandits came and defiled it. Alright, that guy's name Google? Oh, it's Gogo Lada. What if his name was Luke Carbuncle? Well, at least he had a cool name. His name Luke Harcool. What am I supposed to do now? Search for Esheva. Oh, okay, I gotta go there. I know where I have to go. Okay, so I'll be honest, I don't remember any of the White Mage class quests past level 50. Oh, hey. I see you guys are still very angry. Engage's nickname in high school was Luke Carkle. It was also Luke Guerrero. Blah 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 blah. Oh no, I don't think he's had any experience with that. Probably should have been healing myself, but yeah, I should have. Thank you so much. So focused was I on tending to the tomb, I failed to notice the fiends approaching me. What? You're searching for a granddaughter of Master Atoa's former student? Then you need to search more. I am Esheva. Know that I've taken on my grandfather's responsibilities. If it is within my power to help the Seedseers, then I should be glad to do it. Passionate entreaty for aid penned by the Pagil Rayosana. The taint threatens the Twellswood? Nafika has mercy. As the Seedseers have surmised, 'twas to purge the taint that Master Atoa journeyed the length and breadth of the realm. Simply put, the taint is ether that has been befouled. If we are to be rid of it, we must find the source of the corruption and cleanse it. Question is, are the Seedseers prepared to do as Master Atoa once did? At any rate, it is best I speak with them directly. I shall make my way to the Guardian Tree. What if she made her way to the Guardian Tree and Arum is there just shitting on the roots, trying to feed it? Happy last few hours of June, indeed, Cheshire. just all over. And he was like, "Look, sister, he does not eat." Beating up Chad. That was a quick Pride Month? I don't know, June didn't seem like it flew by all that fast. Probably because I was waiting for Dawn Trail. And now that Dawn Trail's here, I'm not playing it. I'm playing this instead. My thanks for finding Ashifa Miro. She has told us all. If we're to protect the 12 Wood from the taint, we must needs deal with the corruption at its source. Is that the way of it? It is. That's what Master Ito embarked upon his journey, heedless of his pageantly heritage. I have not, Cheshire. And yet, Master Ito is no ordinary Pagel. We are duty-bound to remain in the forest. We cannot simply leave it. Miro, I am loath to ask this of you after all you've already done for us, but the preservation of the 12s is at stake. You are not Pajali, and thus are not bound by the laws which bind us. Will you embark upon this quest in our stead? With all due respect, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. You would entrust the fate of the forest to an adventurer? Calm yourself and know that Miro is no ordinary adventurer. Nay, she is a white mage true, chosen by Master Atoa himself to be his successor. She bears his soul crystal and his legacy both. I have every confidence that you will be able to purge the taint. As such, I would join my voice to my brother's request. Master Atoa's successor? That such an individual exists? I wish to make a request of my own. In his youth, my grandfather served Master Atoa proudly, accompanying him wheresoever he went and assisting in purification rituals. It has ever been my desire to emulate my grandfather's deeds. If Miro is to undertake this quest to eliminate the taint, I would likewise accompany and assist her. The journey will be fraught with peril. Are you willing to risk life and limb solely for the sake of emulating your grandfather? I am, my lady. And that is not the whole of it. I still cannot sit idly by while a threat encroaches upon the 12's Wood. It is our home, and we, each of us, must do our part to protect it. Our part. I see that your heart is true. Very well. Assuming that Miro consents, and I see no reason why she would not, you have our blessing to accompany her. The fate of the 12's Wood is in your hands. We shall pray for your success. Mage says, imagine seeing a movie in theaters in 2024. I think I've already seen a movie in theaters this year, I think. I'm definitely going to see one at the end of July. But we will need to make plans for the journey. Please, come and see me at Falgod Fort. Yeah, I'm certain my brother and I went to go see something. I don't think it was the Marvels. Maybe? And they, oh, no, it was Madam Web. It had to have been Madam Web. And they call themselves Pagels. You wonder at my irritation, I shouldn't doubt. I suppose I ought to explain. You see, I was brought up on the tales of Master Atoa's journeys, the sufferings he endured for the sake of the 12's Wood. Young though I was deeply touched by his courage and sacrifice, and to this day his deeds remain close to my heart. That is why it irks me that the Seed Seers will not lift a finger to help the forest. But thankfully, we have you. As Master Atoa has chosen, you are far more dependable than any Pagel alive. Now then, let us speak of our home, or our journey. Grandfather left his records of Master Atoa's journeys in my keeping. I shall scour them for clues as to where we must go. While I do this, pray pay attention to your own preparations. I shall be here when you return, ready to strike out. I want to point out that she's wearing like level 5 gear. Alright, we're going to stop this recording here, and then we're going to kick off a new one, which will probably be fairly short, and then that'll be the end of today's stream.